Okay, today's lesson we're working on the name game. For this you will need a treat pouch and a leash. How are we doing, guys? Tony Flanagan here, professional dog trainer, and we are working on the name game with the one and only Ruby today. Here you go, Rubes. We are working on the name game, which is related to recall. Very important for a new dog, new puppy. First thing you should do, work on that name recognition. It ties in to recall, i.e. come, here, which you'll see in the other modules.
Oh, how'd I get into this bubble? Hey, I'm not really in a bubble. This is movie magic, but I'm here to help you, the pet owner, learn about the things you're doing. So today what we're talking about is recall and the name game. The most important thing you could teach your pet is to recognize its name, and when it hears its name, to come to you. So the name game helps establish that, and recall is a safety thing. At the end of the day, teaching your dog to return when called is the most important thing. Whether you're at the dog park, at the beach, it's getting your pet to come back to you safely and happily.
And it's very simple with the name game. You need an open space, preferably a big living room like so. You can have multiple people, 2, 3, 4 if you want. Tie them all in. It's a good game, and it's as simple as just calling the dog, Ruby, and reward. You can make the dog sit if you want, like so, or just give the treat. It's just all about driving home that name, get the dog used to its name, which will also help recall, which is so important. Ruby! Very good. And that's all you do. Call, reward, next person calls, rewards, next person. Just do it over and over and over and over, like a ping pong table, back and forth, back and forth. Do it as long as you want, as many times as you want. The dog will just have so much fun because it's involved with you, your family, your friends, stuff like that. And we're going to do an example here with Dan, who's going to help me out and be my partner in crime, my demo human.
Hey everybody.
So Dan is just going to stand there. I'm going to be like 8 to 10 feet, roughly, thereabouts. Just going to call the dog, reward, back and forth, just like so. I'll just give one for being a good girl. Now Dan's going to call,
Ruby. Ruby. Good girl.
Now see what Dan did there? He came down. If your dog doesn't come initially and I looked up to try and not get its focus on me, you can lure it by coming down, walking to the dog. You can lure just like so. Ruby. It's perfect. Ruby. Use kissy sounds, anything to get that dog's attention, and bring it all the way back to where you want the dog to go. Sit. Good. I'll bring it back a little further. Sit. Yes.
Ruby.
Boom.
Sit. Good girl.
Very good. See, Ruby auto sits. Your dog will get an auto sit once you do your homework. Really drive home in that module. Your dog will have an auto sit after a week, 2 weeks. I guarantee you. Ruby. Boom. And you'll see like Dan will make her sit right now. You can do that perfectly fine.
Ruby. Good
like
girl.
That. See, good example there. Just remember all 4 paws should be on the ground. But this is fine. She loves to give high five. Shake your hand.
Sit fancy. Is that what we call it?
Or sit pretty. She loves
pretty,
to sit pretty. We all like a dog that sits pretty. Ruby! Hi. I have no treats. I'm just going to trick her now with affection. Good girl. You give her a little pat on the chest. You don't want to rough up the head too much. You'll get him very excited. Good job. Dan?
Ruby. You sit. Good.
See, Dan is a sucker for the sit pretty.
His paws.
He is.
Don't do what I did. Ruby.
Ruby.
Good. Ruby. Ruby.
And now it's like literally like a game of tennis.
Ruby. Ruby.
And I'm winning.
Good girl.
Now see, that was very good. Dan did the kissy sound. Every dog will react to that, will come to that. Like, she's the best. Look at this girl. Ruby! Sit. Okay.
Ruby. Sit. Sit. Good girl.
That is it for today. That's the name game with Dan. Thanks, guys. The name game is the first command I teach a new puppy with a new owner because it drives home name recognition and also helps with recall. Recall is so important in a dog's life and has to be 99.9% perfect. With the name game, it incorporates all of that and just makes it tons of fun for you and your family. With the name game, you only reward your dog when your dog comes to you. You do not go to your dog. If your dog is not coming when called, you can move back, you can make kissy sounds like so, stuff like that to really get your dog focused on you. If you do the name game correctly, multiple times a day, you should see results within a week to 2 weeks. But you gotta do your homework.
All right, so that's the name game. Now, remember, you gotta do your homework. So click the link, download the PDF, but you got this. We are here to help. Remember, if you have any questions, hit us up in the Facebook group, DM us. We are here to support you. But at the end of the day, the name game, this is supposed to be fun. Make sure the name pops. If you have a puppy, make sure you got some treats. You wanna do it in a big room with no distractions. And it's, go through everything Tony taught you today. I'm just here to kind of help guide you. Tony knows what he's talking about. Do your homework, and we'll see you in the next module. Good luck.